Hey guys, Christ169 here, coming to you live, power Spectrum with power of my phone here. Not Spectrum, I'm actually outside. I'm actually in a Walmart Plaza area. Gonna go in here in a little bit, but before I do that, I'll make a video here. This topic comes from dreamcastguy. He's talked about the Activision deal with Microsoft, and Microsoft could be pretty much pulling out or giving up on it. There's some legal thing going on. Really not anything outside of this, maybe the realm of things going to happen. We all knew the Activision deal would be kind of weird if it did go through. And I read some comments on his video feed. It was like more and less people were like, why don't Microsoft get the studios they have to make games before they start buying up new studios? And really, I've been saying that, guys, since day one. I've been trumpeting that since day one when Bethesda was bought out by Microsoft, and all the other companies bought out by Microsoft, and they're running around like Disney going buy, and buying everything they get their hands on. They're grabbing with both hands practically. We all know they're practically grabbing with both hands. So, and if that's the case, that's the case. But in the same sense, too, though, does remind, too, as well, though, that there is a problem out there. Okay, we do have an issue. We do have a problem. Okay, and the problem is Microsoft has issues with their game studios creating these wonderful games we want to play. For some reason I got trouble talking to what it is. I got the blah about kind of stop talking. Sorry guys, if I go off and rumble and ramble, it's not because I want to. My brain kind of going two different directions right now. I'm kind of tired, so. But be that as it may, though, it still points the situation, the fact that Microsoft is buying these companies up, knowing what they're doing. Buying these companies up, buying them up, and doing nothing with them. Starfield's coming out within a couple months, weeks, days, years, whatever it is, and we saw some good CGI trailers, but we want some good gameplay. The land of CGI only being what people want to see is over with. People want to see, i.e., good stuff. The good stuff. They want to see gameplay. They want to see actual gameplay, not CGI videos of said game. Because after a while, people get tired of having just CGI videos of said game. They want to have the actual game in front of their faces and playing it. That's what people want. I know it's hard to understand that, but it is what it is. And people have to have that. People have to have the gameplay right in front of their faces so they can see it. And if they can't see it, they're going to go somewhere else and get it. It's not being facetious. It's not being mean, not being rude. It's just being what it is. Okay? If you create a game, or I create a game out there, a company, and we release garbage, we won't be around much longer. But since Microsoft has deep pockets, and Xbox deep pockets, because the company behind them, Microsoft, is the one that's funneling money towards them. And yet Game Pass Ultimate is making a lot of money from it. And they said that pretty early. They said that even in the showcase, that Game Pass is, a great success. It's selling well. People are buying this service. See, Xbox is selling people a games as service portfolio. So they're what they're selling everybody, including myself. I buy Game Pass Ultimate. Now I might buy one or two over there at GameStop when I go in there. Because I get a $5 coupon. Why not, right? But that being said, though, that's what Microsoft cares about. Game Pass sales. They don't care about the game sales anymore because it doesn't matter anymore. If you have, example, 50 million people buying Game Pass, and they may play a bunch of tiddlywink games, it doesn't matter. They still made more money off the 50 million people who bought Game Pass even 1 month than they would have made selling those games hand over fist. So essentially, to them personally, Microsoft, it's Xbox. It's cheaper for them to sell you Game Pass than throw a ton of games on there and hope you play something. And the Battlefield's going well. If you have Ultimate, you have EA Play, and that's really good. And you can buy the game discount. I bought the game on Steam about 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago now. Yeah, about 2 years ago. Almost 2 years ago. So, that being said, though, you get a discount for buying games in EA Play. So, that's something to look at too. Do you sit there and go, okay, well, Activision gets sold to Microsoft, then now what? What happens? What happens is all the games go on Game Pass. Every Call of Duty that comes out after, let's say, Modern Warfare 3, let's say acquisition. Okay, let's hypothetically say the acquisition happens right after Modern Warfare 3 drops. Boom, they're sold, goes Game Pass every day, Game Pass. So every Call of Duty, doesn't matter if it's good or bad, it can totally suck ass and be the most useless. Could be just a blank screen called Call of Duty and game over and it rolls credits. It could be as one zombie you kill and that game over and it rolls credits. Multiplayer match, you have one step. It can be that crappy. Okay, doesn't matter. The money that they made off this game, it's going to come. People are going to play the old Call of Duty games on top of this. They're going to play Call of Duty 1. They're going to play Call of Duty 2. They're going to play Call of Duty 3. And Microsoft will probably upgrade the Call of Duties to be remastered. So all they got to do, hey, go on Series X and it's be, upscale to 2K, 4K resolution, 120 or 60 hertz, blah, 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 blah. And people will buy it. People will buy it because that's what people will buy. Okay? But if you go up there and say, hey, we're doing this, we're doing this situation where the Call of Duty is coming out and they have all the Call of Duty they want. And they have all the World of Warcrafts and all the other crap they have on there. Diablo 4 is another one. There's a lot of games, guys, that Microsoft that Activision has under their belt that Microsoft is just salivating over. Can you imagine being the sole entity owner of World of Warcraft that has over 80 million, 100 million players on it on any given day? That rivals Counter-Strike. That thing went close to, I think a million subscribers or a million users or billion or what it was. I think it was a million. I don't know. It's a long time ago. But the fact of the matter is, though, these games here, guys, are making money for Activision Blizzard. Yes, I would like to see the shake-up where corporate people lose their jobs of sexual harassment suits and the issues. Yes, but they're going to be given golden parachutes. They're going to be floating to another company to destroy, or going to an island they want to go to, and they're never going to be working ever again because they want to have to. But the problem is, though, you have Infinity Ward, you have Treyarch, you have Sledgehammer Games, these companies that can make good games if they at least try, but don't, for whatever reason, don't. And to me, it bothers me because, yes, they have good games out there, but you can't tell because the games are so messed up. I played Call of Duty today. Wasn't too bad. But going back to Activision's acquirement, what is it going to be like when this comes out? If Activision can't get bought out by Microsoft and they keep releasing turd Call of Duties, eventually Microsoft ain't going to good job we didn't buy that crappy company. That right there, my friend, is going to be the realization of what's going to happen. Okay? Microsoft may not buy Activision. You know what, though? It may be good that they don't buy Activision. It may be good that they don't buy this company and waste their money on a dud. Because right now, Activision is not doing too well. Call of Duty is crap, and yes, they lost. They still have 98,000 players, but they lost over 400,000 players, and everybody in Call of Duty land thinks that's still a win. 6 months after the game comes out. Not even that much. I'm telling you, folks, you got to stop riding the coattails of Activision, thinking, well, we'll just keep pushing against the wall, and they'll win eventually. They may not win eventually. You may not get a win at all. You might get a lose. You may not able to get that win because of what's going on with Call of Duty right now. I'm telling you, folks, we don't need to have Microsoft buying all of these companies and not doing anything with them. Redfall is still in people backing into his mouth. And Starfield, it's just looking like crap. Yes, I know it's Bethesda game. But Bethesda's having issues last couple years. Okay? It's been very noticeable. People have been talking in the YouTube universe. All creators, including myself, have been talking about this. We've been seeing looks across the room, looking around. We've been seeing Bethesda having issues. We've been seeing Microsoft having trouble getting said company of Bethesda off and running. We see this. We know what it is. We're not stupid. When people out there are fighting us every step of the way, the fanboys, they don't understand we're fighting against them, not because we want to take away their precious Call of Duty or Doom or Starfield. It's because we're trying to get them to understand that there's a bigger picture than what their little minds are looking at. And Activision can get bought out by freaking Walmart for all I care right now. Because right now, Activision doesn't have much going for it except Diablo 4, World of Warcraft, and Call of Duty games where hackers are taking your IP addresses and selling it to people on the black market. So this is what Microsoft has to deal with every day. And going forward, if they don't break off this deal, but it looks like dreamcastguy said, I've been reading online about that before I made this video, that it could be happening. They could be fine. You know what? Throw Talon, we're done. Because they can't get any leeway. Because when you take $70 billion of your money and go and buy them, $7 billion is a lot of money. Okay, when they bought Bethesda for like $9 or $10 billion, that was different. That was a small chump change compared to this. This is like going to the store and spending $20 on $20 on a lottery ticket. But you go to the casino and you spend $2,000. It's a big difference. Okay? And big difference. And there is consequences for, that type of play. And with Microsoft right now, you may not get a haiku. They may not spin that wheel and make the deal win. They might spin the wheel, get Activision, and find out that it was the biggest blunder of all blunders, and they're stuck with it forever. So, maybe it's a good thing that Activision is not going to be bought by Microsoft for the time being. Because if they collapse because Call of Duty sucks so bad and they start collapsing, they may sell, Call of Duty off. They may get rid of it. You never know. Activision might say, heck with it. We're going to get rid of Call of Duty. They probably won't, because people are still going to buy their skin to buy their games. But right now, what the scene right now is, and what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, ain't looking really rosy for old Call of Duty right now. Looking kind of rough for Call of Duty right now. So, you guys take what you want to take with this. I'll tell you right now, though, if this This goes bust, like a lot of people are thinking it is. PlayStation might not be happy that it's coming back on PlayStation. They might want to keep it away. But then again, no, PlayStation doesn't have a lot of online services games. So that right there is something that maybe PlayStation hopes Activision will get their act together and make next Call of Duty better. I doubt they're going to, but it's a possibility. Say at least a possibility. Slim possibility nonetheless. But that being said, though, guys, I don't know. I have my doubt, with this company. I say never, never count your eggs before they hatch. But right now, all you can do now is count your eggs, because we don't know what's going to happen with Starfield. If Bethesda has another bad game, you might be seeing Bethesda be cut, or some studios with Bethesda be shut down and move elsewhere. Because right now they ain't making anything for Microsoft that's worth anything. Yes, it goes on Game Pass, but if people ain't buying it or downloading it, you're just wasting your time on it. Well, guys, my video. Thank you. I know I kind of went off in a little tandem there. Sorry, but that's how I am. Once again, guys, like, subscribe, okay, ring that bell. Soon the video come available. Thank you for my 84 subscribers. I love you all. It's hot out here. Turn the AC up. I'm gonna go get my hair cut. Peace out. Be safe.